After college, I got an opportunity to work for the Detroit Lions at a 9-month internship under player engagement, which was development at the time, and then also in operations. Learned a ton through those experiences, and then I was 25 years old, sitting in a room with the internship over, wondering what was I gonna do with my life? Because there was only 32 jobs of directors of player engagement in the NFL, and I was looking for one of them at a young age. And I got a call as I was hitting the refresh button on ncaa.org, trying to find a job in my room, going crazy. And I received a call from my boss at Detroit Lions, Galen Duncan, that said, Miami Dolphins Director of Player Development just left. I said, great. What did I do? I picked up the phone, I tried to call Miami Dolphins and get a hold of the general manager, called probably 7 or 8 times, left messages, never got a call back. The combine was approaching, the NFL combine was approaching, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get in a car, go down the combine just to see if the job's open. So I asked my mom to borrow her car because mine was unreliable, got in the car, stayed with the Detroit Lions, one of my counterpart that I worked with in his hotel room. He was kind enough not to get a king but a double, and so I could have a bed to sleep in at the combine. The third day of the combine, the GM of the Miami Dolphins, who I'd been searching for the previous 2 days, walks into the weight room. And I stop him, I put out my hand, shake his hand. Hey, I'm Kaleb Thornhill, I called you about the position. I'm really interested in making an impact for your organization. Is there any time we could meet? And he's like, oh, I put that position on the back burner, I haven't even thought about it. Why don't we meet tomorrow in the suite at 1 o'clock? I said, sure enough. Shook his hand, realized that I didn't have a shirt or a tie. So I called my reliable mom again and said, Mom, I don't have any money. Can I get a shirt and a tie at the mall? I have the interview tomorrow. She said, yes, go ahead and get that tie and shirt. And so I did that. I prepped, got ready for the next day. And, I went to the Lucas Oil Stadium, which is really, as I look back, transformed my life. But I met the GM, met with him for an hour. His biggest concern was my youth. But I promised them that my professionalism and my approach would help transform lives and culture. And so, long conversation, he called the head coach up, took time out as he was watching 40 yards, talked to the head coach. After that, they said, thank you very much, we'll be in touch. I got in my car, drove back to Michigan. It was about a 4-hour drive. 3 days later, I get a call from the GM. It says, what are you doing in 2 days? I said, nothing. We want to fly you down to Miami. Flew me down to Miami, met with everybody. Last stop was Bill Parcells. The last stop, he was executive vice president at the time, Bill Parcells. Looked him in the eye. I remember my dad teaching me one thing: everybody puts their pants one leg at a time, meaning that don't put anybody on a pedestal. You treat everybody the same, from the janitor to a Bill Parcells. And that taught me how to have that conversation with Bill. And we had a great conversation. I was brought back into the GM's office. Keep in mind, I was only making $900 a month for the Detroit Lions, so any number he was gonna put on this paper was gonna be fine with me, because it mean I got my start. And I think everybody has to start with that. But he wrote it down on a piece of paper, put it, a sticky note, put it in front of me and said, here's what we're offering you. At that, on March 1st, I accepted the position in 2010 as Director of Player Development for the Miami Dolphins, and got on a plane, went back home, gave away all my winter clothes to my friends in Michigan and told them I would be moving to Florida. And it has been 8 years. It has been an 8-year journey of doors that have opened up, but it all began with that first step. And I know a lot of you guys maybe aren't doing what you want to do. Maybe it's that you're looking for a new journey in your life. And I just telling you right now that I can look back and honest to God go, how did all these doors open up? But it started with that first step. And I just encourage all of you guys to find out what you're passionate about, chase it relentlessly, and truly never give up. Because these doors out here, I don't care what race you are, I don't really care what gender you are, I don't really care. The bottom line is, if you want to get something done, you'll find a way. And I'm telling you right now, with every access that Lynn has done, is that you have an opportunity to impact this culture and make a dent in it, and let's make the most of it. Because I just, for me, it's one of those things that when you go to the grave, I always say you want to go empty. I want to empty everything I have on this earth, that before they, God rest my soul, that it had an impact on a lot of individuals, that life wasn't about me, but what I did for others. My job is just to open up more doors of opportunities for our players to help them reach their full potential, both on and off the field. And I've chased that relentlessly, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So I love what I do. I know I'm talking too much, but I did want to give you that story. And thank you guys
Two questions for you, Lee. Your role, a daily role, give me the brief daily role in that position.
I'll let you know when I figure that out. I still don't know. So a lot of, this is what I love about my job. There's no daily role because you don't know what to expect every time you wake up in the morning. So even though I'm not a structured meeting, yes, I can have things, but guess what? A player may need help with a marital problem. A player may need help communicating with his coach because they don't know how to communicate because they're always on their phones like this, so they don't know how to have a conversation. So you're coaching a guy up on that. It could be anything relating to money. I just got a text yesterday from a rookie that said, I just got $54,000, but I'm only seeing 7,000 of it. How is that possible? It's called taxes. Everybody has them. And when you play in California, it's a lot worse. So I don't know what to expect every day I wake up, but I do know this. I want to educate guys so they can make the most powerful decisions in their life because we all have to make them every day. And one decision could cost them their career. And I want to help guide them every single moment of the day to make sure that they're making the most positive. I mean, if you're 23 making $465,000 a year, do you guys think you'd make the right choices? Very tough. So it's all about, for me, race to maturity. How fast can we get these guys to make mature decisions at the age of 23? How can we turn them 33? Very quickly. And it takes time. But that's, I mean, Terry, myself, the support network, it's not just me. We try to do that every single day because you know what? When they take the pads off for the last time, I want to know that their families are good. I want to know they're a better man, father, and husband long term, brother, everything. That's what it's about.